Yo, guys, I hope you're well. So, guys, if you thought that digital ID was going to go away anytime soon, it's not going to happen. This government and potentially successive governments are hell bent on bringing digital ID here into the UK by any means necessary. And at some point, I'm going to give you another alternative. So if it doesn't come in this way, it'll come in another way. And I always say there's no such thing as coincidence. There's lots of areas already. If you can just look at the spider's web, if you can zoom out and look at the spider's web, you'll see how everything connects and interconnects and is interdependent. And I'll show you an example in a minute. But we've got Liz Kendall here. She's got a 9-minute speech she's given here at Parliament yesterday. I'm not going to go into the whole thing. I'm just going to dip in and dip out. But let's check out this speech from Liz Kendall about her big, beautiful plan for the digital ID here in the UK. Guys, let's check it out.
Always believed in giving people power and control over their lives. Control over the public services they use, how they access childcare, benefits and housing support. Control over their data and who sees it. And control over the choices they make to rent or buy a home, apply for a job, open a bank account, and much more besides. In the age of the smartphone, we can take this control quite literally into our own hands. But too often, it feels like we're at the mercy of a system that doesn't work for us as well as it should. One with endless form filling and bureaucracy just to prove who you are, where you might need your passport to apply for a job, your national insurance number to pay tax, your driving licence to buy a pint or a glass of wine, if you're lucky enough to be asked. And most frustratingly of all, you might have to rummage around in a drawer looking for an old electricity bill just to open a bank account or join the library or enrol your children in school.
She's talking absolute nonsense. Because if you have any connections with the HMRC or whatever it is with the government, you need a two-piece identification, a two-stage identification process anyway. So all this nonsense is complete garbage, what she's talking about. And to be honest with you, if you're from the older generation, people like me, I do not keep any sensitive information on a mobile phone. Why would you keep sensitive information on a mobile phone? If someone takes your phone, you've lost it. I work on the good old PC, and any sensitive information I keep is even away from the PC. But I use the PC to do any of my sensitive activities. I don't use a mobile phone. So what she's saying does not resonate with me. It really doesn't.
It's time to fix this. To put power back in people's hands, to get more out of our public services, and to bring the UK into the modern age. Madam Deputy Speaker, there are 3 reasons why we want to introduce a new free digital ID available to all UK citizens and legal residents above the age of 16. First, it's about giving people greater agency over their lives. Bringing in a new digital ID is about far more than replacing numerous bits of paper just to prove who you are. It's about changing the way the state interacts with its citizens.
So she wants to change the way the state interacts with the citizens?
What I like to see is a new digital key that unlocks better, more joined up and effective public services which actually talk to one another and fit around you. In building our new system, we will learn from the experiences of other countries, some of whom have had digital ID for over 20 years. Many show us just how transformative this can be. In Denmark, a graduate applying for jobs only has to log into a portal once, and their ID automatically links to their school records, saving them retyping their qualifications each time. In Finland, a parent can go online to register their children for daycare without uploading a payslip or putting in their salary, and the site automatically calculates the right fee. And in Estonia, a digital ID means that when you have a baby, you don't have to go to a local office to register the birth or sign up for childcare benefits or apply for nursery places. It happens automatically from day one in the hospital. so parents are free to focus on what matters most. Digital ID has the potential to empower millions of people like this right here in the UK, with quick, effective, seamless and secure integration between different government systems. We know that the Tell Us Once service makes the process of registering a death more straightforward, but we shouldn't have to wait till the end of someone's life to offer them joined up personalised support. So our new system will help modernise government services to fit around people's lives rather than forcing them to fit into the system.
So what she's talking about is convenience. And I'm looking at the word convenience. So you've got con and venience. And when I think about convenience, isn't a convenience a toilet? Really? It's just an absolute con. So what she's saying is that if you have everything in one place, it's going to be better for us. Well, just say, for instance, you get hacked. So if you got all your information in one place, a government site gets hacked. Someone has now got access and control over every single part and facet of your life. She was talking about child minding or being able to put your child in some place. I can't remember exactly where it was. Another thing about students applying in Denmark. So someone now has access to all your information at the touch of one button. That to me is crazy, 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 crazy.
The second reason for introducing digital ID is to offer greater security and actually greater control over your own data.
Security, cyber hacking, really?
Other countries who've introduced digital ID find that digitally checked credentials are far more secure than physical documents.
Oh
They're
dear.
much less likely to be lost or stolen.
So she's talking about security of information and data. Tell that to M&S customers. Tell that to the customers of Harrods. Tell that to the customers of TK Maxx. Tell that to the customers and the clients of, Land Rover, etc.
They've reduced
It
errors
just
and
goes on
mistakes,
and on
and
and
they've helped
on.
crack down on fraudsters who can ruin people's lives.
And she's talking about fraudsters. What about that child's place where the people got all the information to the children at the kindergarten? Really?
Privacy and security will be hardwired into the system from the start. There will be no pooling of people's private information into a single central data set. It will be a federated data system, and user control will be at the heart of our plans. With a digital ID, you could end up having more choice over what you show the world, not less. So if you're buying a drink at the bar, instead of showing a physical driving license revealing your full name and address, you'll be able to prove that you're over 18 without even showing your exact birthday if you don't want to. We will ensure our digital...
So she just said that you can prove you're over 18 without showing someone your passport, or your driver license of your name. But did she not say this digital ID was for people from 16 and over? So if you're 16, how can you prove you're over 18 with this digital ID pass? I don't know what she's talking about. She's absolutely talking nonsense.
Full name and address, you'll be able to prove that you're over 18 without even showing your exact birthday if you don't want to. We will ensure our digital ID operates to international best practice standards for data security and privacy. And we're working closely with the National Cyber Security Centre to ensure it keeps pace with the changing threats we face. The third and final reason for introducing digital ID is to deliver greater fairness by showing exactly who has the right to work here in the UK. Madam Deputy Speaker, digital ID is not a silver bullet to tackling illegal immigration, but it will be a deterrent to would-be migrants who are considering coming to the UK, alongside all the other action we're taking. And making ID...
I just don't get what she's talking about. I really don't. And it's making me angry. This digital ID is nothing to do with stopping illegal migration, nothing to do with stopping people from working illegally here in the UK. It is nothing to do with that. The digital ID system is as a system of control and a control over everyone's lives. What they're talking about stopping people from working illegally is nonsense, because what they're actually looking to do is to stop the freedom of speech, the freedom of choice, the freedom to be able to spend cash, the freedom to be able to go out and to convene with other people. She was talking about going to the public house, going to a bar. You have to show your digital ID card. Really? Really? I think this is a complete load of nonsense. And it's going to be proven to be that, because what it's about is about tying people down. And the way they'll tie people down is by stopping where they work to where they live, because she's talking about renting and ownership as well of property. Everything is going to be on a one-stop database. And if that person is deemed as a persona non grata, if that person is deemed to not have the same political stance or the same social and religious stance as the government in control, they could be switched off at the touch of a switch, or the flick of a switch, should I say. It is absolutely about control. It is not about choice. It's not about freedom. It's not about convenience. The only convenience is about being something that should be stuck in a toilet and flushed. That's all it is. It is a convenience. It is not convenient to have all your information in one place. If you get mugged, you lose your phone or whatever, you're finished. You don't exist anymore. You're persona non grata. So what happens when you lose your phone? How do you have the information? If all your information is on your phone, where do you get it to prove who you are again? Absolute nonsense. This woman is making my blood boil. Really making my blood boil.
Checks, both mandatory and digital, for all employers will provide us with far more actionable intelligence so we can move swiftly to identify rogue employers who aren't following the rules. Under this government, illegal working arrests have gone up 50% in the last year. That is progress, but our digital ID will help us to do more. It will be mandatory for right-to-work checks by the end of this Parliament, helping tackle illegal working, cracking down on rogue employers, creating a level playing field for those employers who actually do the right thing.
I'm sorry, she's boring me. If this was so important, why are there only maybe 20% of the MPs on the government side sitting here and the benches behind her? No one is really interested in this because no one believes it. Everyone really knows the real reason why they're trying to bring digital ID into this government, into this country. It is not to help the people. It is to rule over the people, and it is to embolden and to strengthen the government's control and hold over the people. It is not something which is going to help the people. It is something that the government will use to control the people even further. There is no benefit whatsoever from a digital ID for anyone here in the UK, apart from those who rule over us.
And giving people who do have the right to be here the cast iron guarantee that this is your country and you are welcome in the UK.
Sorry, I've got to stop it there. I'm fuming. There's about 3 more minutes of this nonsense from this. Guys, I'm really sorry, but not in a position to listen to any more of this drivel from this woman. Absolute rubbish. Rubbish. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong, but guys, I'm going to leave you with one thing. So I'm just going to get my mobile phone out here. See if I can open it up. So remember I said to you, everything is tied together, it's linked together. There's no such thing as something that happens outside of the matrix, if that's what they want to call it. So my bank sent me an email a couple of weeks ago to tell me that you've now used more than 50% of your cash deposit limit. Blah, blah, blah. If you reach it, you won't be able to pay any more cash into your personal account until January next year. Blah, blah, blah. That just shows you they are covering and monitoring every cash transaction you make. And the reason I was making cash transactions was because of the way my payments are tiered in the month. So I have to move cash into my account to make certain that when other transactions are due to come out, I have enough cash to cover that. That is the reason. But my bank is now monitoring every transaction, which is a cash transaction. And who else is getting this information? HMRC, probably. They've got a new, is it HMRC Connects or something? They've got this new AI computer which reads everything from people. And yeah, trust me, this digital ID is not going to go away. It'll come into force in one way or another. They are already monitoring everything that we do. But right now, it's just something to divide and rule. It's coming in no matter what we do. To be honest with you, there is already a form of digital ID already. They already know enough about us to control us. So, guys, don't be confused, but we still need to stand up to these people and to tell them that we see everything they do and we're not going to allow it to happen. But at some point, these people are very cunning. They're more cunning than the most cunning of foxes. Very, very cunning. So sit back, observe, and watch what these people do, but keep reporting on it, people. Do not give them a free ride, guys. And make sure you look after yourselves, you look after each other. This woman's left me fuming, and I will see you at the next one.